Hello, welcome to Soulprint Weekly Pick Your Crystal reading. This is for December 11th through the 17th. Thank you so very much for being here. Things are getting hectic, the holidays are approaching, and so I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to spend some time with me. All right, so let's get started. This week we have a blue. Just going to call them by their colors. Okay, this is blue. It's a little bit marbleized with ribbons of white and black, blue. This little sort of pyramid shaped one we're calling green. And this little beauty we're calling gray. So just take a moment and see which crystal or pile, one, two, or three, or more than one, resonate with you. Perhaps two of them are attracting your eye, and that's just perfectly wonderful too. And here we go. Okay, we're starting with this blue. And what do we have here? We have the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the High Priestess, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So these are sort of interesting combinations, if you will. We have the Three of Swords here. So this is actually talking about a little bit of sadness or heartbreak. Perhaps there is a sense of maybe there has been a quarrel that's gone on. Maybe there has been a little bit of, a separation. And of course, the holidays always bring to the fore those kinds of energies, right? I mean, if there's been a problem throughout the course of the year, we always, of course, want to try to make things right during the holiday season. We want to not go into the new year with kind of last year's baggage, that kind of thing. But it's important that when you have been hurt or when you have caused hurt, is that, and usually it's it's both. Um, it's important that you give yourself a chance to actually feel the feelings, to allow yourself to move through that process of hurt, of anger, of upset, of pain. And that's what this Eight of Swords is reminding you of. The Eight of Swords is sort of being trapped within your own emotions, but it appears that these are emotions that this this card does not actually want to look at. Blindfolded, hands are tied. And the Eight of Swords is always about your own thought processes or the self imprisonment. So, what this is talking about really is taking the time to feel your feelings. Because you know what? If you don't go through that process, you are going to end up kind of in worse shape than you started because resentment starts to build and then anger starts to bubble up and the whole cycle tends to repeat itself. So, this is really encouraging you to it's not so much to look for solutions at this point in time. It is about allowing yourself to feel and recognize the emotions and perhaps to some degree acknowledge the emotional responses or reactions that you may have triggered or caused someone else. The High Priestess and the Ace of Pentacles, I really, really like following these two cards because, of course, the Ace of Pentacles, or sorry, the High Priestess is, sometimes it's about like secrets coming out, but oftentimes it's about listening to your own intuition, following your own um, feelings, your gut feelings, your intuitive feelings, you know, feelings as just as one human being, to another. You can't get to the High Priestess if you don't do the work of the Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Okay, you can't get to that place because you're not ready to look at things from a more balanced or even perspective. You're sort of still in that place of feeling right or justified. And maybe you were, but that doesn't tend, to resolve um, the issue. And I like the Ace of Pentacles here because it's talking about, kind of a coming together, a new beginning, new growth, new understanding within each other. It's important because it's the Ace of Pentacles is not only about a new beginning that is sort of prosperous and abundant, but it's also one that represents a significant or an important new beginning. And so if these cards apply to you and you're working your way through some hurt, know that at some point soon you're going to be able to get to resolution. You're going to understand it from a different perspective or a higher perspective. You're going to really be in touch with your feelings and have understanding and compassion for the other. And that is going to signal a beginning, a new start, a new way of doing things or looking at things. Okay. And now we're going to go on to the green one. Here we go. Four of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and Justice. So the Four of Pentacles is, very often it represents that sort of being overly cautious, being very, very careful energy. Because it's Pentacles, sometimes it is a reflection of being a little bit frugal, being very cautious about spending resources or sharing resources. But it feels very much as if there's been a reason for that. Whether you're waiting for something to unfold or you're waiting for, some sort of a shift or a change. But it feels as if that this Four of Pentacles energy is more due to circumstance, perhaps. I love that the Page of Pentacles follows it because the Page of Pentacles represents a moving forward. It represents good news. It can represent some sort of, financial forward motion. I like this card because it sort of makes me feel that whatever this news is that you're waiting for is going to help you move past the situation that you're in right now with this Four of Pentacles. I like the Ace of Wands following that because, of course, the Ace of Wands is that new beginning energy. It is that energy of new starts, a new venture, a new path forward. So this bodes very well. And I love that Justice is at the tail end of this because, of course, Justice is literally talking about that. While it may have been unfair, this situation, while you may have been shortchanged, or while it may have put you in kind of a bit of a difficult holding pattern or in a little bit of, a financial, I'm not going to say bind, but, a thinning of resources. There is good news coming your way, and it is going to allow you to kind of begin anew, start new. And with Justice sitting there, it feels as if you ultimately are going to end up exactly where you should have been in exactly the right place with the addition of the wisdom that the experience has brought you. There's definitely that kind of healing energy that goes with this. This could be something as simple as perhaps you have been holding money in abeyance. Perhaps you are moving or you have sold something and you're waiting to purchase something else. And so in that case, the guards would represent that there's good news coming. You should be able to move forward with this. That's going to create that new beginning and that sort of action, that forward movement, that kind of momentum energy. And that's going to create that sense of balance or justice. And definitely, there is very much a sense of taking the wisdom of the experience with you as you move forward. I'm really liking that. All right. And the gray crystal. Here we go. The Queen of Wands. Judgment. The World. Ten of Pentacles. All right. What an interesting grouping of cards. So, the Queen of Wands energy is somebody who is very warm, very loving, very generous. Um, this is the kind of person that if you want to get something done, she's one of the people you turn to. But she also has, a little bit of an intuition, an insight. She has a very nice energy around her. Now, either you are being represented by the Queen of Wands, or there was somebody in your circle who has this sort of energy or is bringing this kind of energy to the table. So, very often we look at the Judgment card and we think, oh no, it's a karma card. This is terrible. But the reality, the karma card or the Judgment card can very much be a karma card, but more, we have to think in terms of it bringing good karma and happy karma, and especially given this grouping of cards. So it feels literally as if a judgment is going to be made or has been made, but it also feels that as a result of the judgment, you are able to close off one aspect or one area of your life and move forward, start a new path forward. And with the Ten of Pentacles there, it really is talking about moving towards a path of abundance, perhaps incorporating family or close friends. Sometimes it's about inheritances, it's about wealth, it is about financial stability, safety, and security. So, what we have here is, first of all, the energy of just sort of that warm, giving, loving, kind of busy, cheerful energy that's moving forward. There has been some sort of a decision that has been made or created, and definitely a feeling that there are some blessings attached to it that's gonna help you. It's simply gonna help you move from a place forward from where you are now, allowing you to perhaps close a door and open another one. And that movement forward definitely appears to be creating a sense of um, abundance and a coming together, if you will, of resources, a sense of financial security. Is it possible that you have been waiting for the resolution of a will, the resolution of an insurance policy, the resolution of, some sort of, documentation or paperwork you've been waiting to hear? But whatever this is really a very nice kind of good news energy, because sort of the ability to receive abundance or blessings and then be able to close off a chapter and move forward is really nice, because it's bracketed, of course, by the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. So however this applies in your life, understand that these cards bring you a sense of optimism and hope that you're going to be able to move forward in a way that is you know productive, financially rewarding, or stabilizing. So, thank you very, very much for being here. I wish you all a wonderful and happy week ahead. I look forward to seeing you next week. And between now and then, have a really fabulous week. Bye for now.